Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm just trying to get comfortable next to my phone. Just bear with me. Um, Sorry about that. Yeah, so if you are wondering about the image in front of you at this moment, I thought that this might be a good starting point to explain to you, to use that as an explanation of my life situation and why you're looking at this image. Sorry, the dogs are visiting. Um, so you're looking at Zoe at the moment. I told my sister the other day she looks like a hyena. But she's actually still a baby. Um, so for those of you who don't know me that well, I have been homeless for the last 4 years or so. I've been living on and off the streets. I've been fortunate enough to sometimes stay with friends, and at other times, mostly lately, with family. And why I say mostly lately is that uh, no one really knew about my situation, of being homeless. I only told my brother and my son and his mother. Other than that, no one else knew about my situation, not even my closest friends. Um, so on the 11th of March this year, about 1 o'clock in the morning, while I was sleeping on the street, two guys woke me up. Sorry, I just want to check if this is still recording okay. Uh, so two guys woke me up, and sorry, they violently uh, mugged me. They attacked me. They beat me, and in the beating, they knocked out my one front tooth. Um, and yeah, it was quite it was quite a violent beating, and they took all my possessions. I had a bag with my laptop and my cell phone, my prescription glasses, uh, my external two small external drives with current projects that I was working on at the time, and a few pieces of clothing and shoes and so on. So they took that bag with the last of my possessions, and then my brother asked me if he can go ahead and tell my sisters about my situation because it, it was getting quite complicated, and because of that mugging, I had decided to move to a certain area in Cape Town where I was staying. uh, I decided to move to a specific area where no one could get, or yeah, could get to me, because I think I was just too traumatized about what had happened, and that's why I decided to just move completely away. But the place that I found myself in, that specific area, it got quite cold there, and um, the dog is next to the pond, chewing on a stone or something. Yeah, definitely a stone. Sorry about that. Um, So the place that I found myself in, it got quite cold there, and my brother said that it will be best to tell my sisters also, so that they can also try and help. And that's what happened. And my two sisters and my brother, the three of them have just been incredible with my journey, and especially the last couple of months since they found out about it. My two sisters specifically. Um, so I've been staying with my one sister, and currently I'm staying with my other sister and their family. And each time, both my sisters, they just keep feeding me, and they've just been so incredible. And it's been giving me time to heal my body and to rest and to recover. I think rest is probably the thing that I really needed the most. And yeah, I've been having ample time with that, so it's just been incredible. My sisters have been amazing, and my brother, and many friends that, as I mentioned, that were also helping me along the way. So, but anyways, to get back to the pond in front of you, and the scene in front of you, um, as I mentioned, I'm currently staying with my one sister, and I can't I don't have a laptop at the moment to create new videos. So, and I need to put content out in order for YouTube to start recommend my videos again, because about a year ago I had a copyright strike. And yeah, it's been challenging to try and make a video. And like I mentioned, about my projects that got stolen. And now I don't have the equipment. So I thought I will use this as an opportunity for you guys to get to know me better personally. Um, and yeah, hopefully my videos will get recommended again, because if they do, it'll allow me to start earning an income again and not be dependent on other people financially. I mean, So I really appreciate what my sisters and my brother are doing for me, but yeah, I would like to earn my own salary. And I know this video is getting quite long, and I just realized that I actually want to use this as an opportunity to tell you my situation from a different point of view. Sorry, let me just, equipment and me, and I realize it's also Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde, or it's about to happen, or it has already happened. But anyway, we're in that phase, so anything is possible. Let me just check if this is still recording. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mm, Actually, all right. Yeah. So, uh, yeah, I obviously, like many homeless people, I weren't always homeless. Um, I used to be in the corporate environment at one stage, and towards 2020 and 2021, around there, towards that time, I had my own construction company. And then COVID happened, and the year thereafter, I had an accident which involved my arm. And you know those 2 years, with the accident, I couldn't work. Excuse me, I couldn't work. So for almost 2 years, there wasn't a lot of income. And so by 2021, my debt. Oh, sorry, my debt was too much. And yeah, I lost everything. Or like I tell people, I didn't lose anything. It was all taken away from me, because like I've told this story so many times, but I always tell people that when you have money, with your money you also get power, and then with your power and your money, your ego grows. And it just keeps getting inflated, bigger and bigger. quicker and quicker, the bigger it gets. Um, and then to a point where, like in my situation, where, I tell people I didn't lose anything. It was all taken away from me because of my ego that got way too big. You know, for me, a big ego involved treating other people disrespectfully and unfairly, and those type of things, misusing my power basically, and my money, um, hurting way too many people along the way. So, and then that's why everything was taken away from me. And then when that happened and this whole journey started, I remember I was hiking the one day in a forest, and I was standing there next to a tree, hugging a tree, and I was asking God if He could allow me and empower me with unconditional um, kindness, understanding, forgiveness, compassion, and love. All unconditional for myself, and then obviously for other people. And I think in my ignorance at the time, I thought that maybe I will sleep at night and God will hand it in, to me while I was sleeping, and then the next morning I would have it. I think maybe in my ignorance at the time, I think maybe that's what I thought. But yeah, little did I realize, like life doesn't work that way, and only by experience can you gain the wisdom in each of those uh, values and traits that you want. And I think maybe, I don't know if values and traits are the correct words to refer to those, but you understand what I mean. And I think in the order that I mentioned them, I think that's the order that they were challenging uh, in themselves, each one in themselves. And you would think that, for me at least, I thought that unconditional love will be the most difficult one. But love wasn't the most difficult one. It was the second most difficult one for me, even though I thought it will be the most difficult one. And I realized each person that I met along my journey the last 4 years or so, each one involved contributing to one of those things that I wanted to one of those values that I wanted to incorporate in myself, and to give to others. So each person contributed towards that in their own unique way. And I realized why, when it comes to love, why I met a certain person uh, who mirrored back the perfectly the qualities that I wanted from someone. Uh, they reflected back perfectly my animus that I projected onto them. And that person's one specific person, you know she taught me what unconditional love was. And I think it was actually two people. It involved two people that taught me that, each one in their own way. But and it was really difficult and very challenging to work through. But for me, I think the most difficult value or ideal, or whatever you want to refer to, is compassion. Unconditional compassion. I had no idea how difficult that could be. More than love. It's a it's interesting to think of it like that. Anyway, I'm at the point that I wanted to learn all of those things and incorporate them, and as I mentioned, give it out to the world. But yeah, that's just something that I wanted to share regarding my life journey the last 4 years. But now you can look at my situation and view it as rock bottom, because that's literally where I am in life. Like, I don't own anything. I own this cell phone that I'm busy with to record, and I've got very little clothing and a sleeping bag and a small little backpack to pack all those belongings inside. And that's what I own, and a one pair of shoes. So when you're at rock bottom in life and you don't have anything to lose, apart obviously from your health and the relationships with people around you, apart from that, and apart from obviously your own life, when you don't have anything else to lose, what dreams would you pursue, and what goals would you pursue, and um, if there's someone that you like, would you pursue that? Would you pursue that person? Um, or would you be too scared of the outcome? So yeah, these are things that I'm contemplating in this beautiful garden here by my sister, and I thought I would share a bit of that scene and a bit of that contemplation with you guys. And I'm hoping that you guys can somehow find some value from what I'm sharing with you.